Howdy. Today, we will be taking a look at Transformers Earthrise Lynx. This figure is based on his appearance in War for Cybertron Earthrise. This figure comes with two rocket pack sort of things, and it's also supposed to come with nesting blast effects parts, but I got this figure secondhand, so unfortunately mine didn't come with those. In his robot mode, Lynx looks absolutely incredible. I think this figure is almost perfect. Exactly what I was looking for in a Lynx figure. The only thing I think they could have done better is included more side-to-side articulation in the neck and maybe the tail. Otherwise, I think this figure's articulation is great. It has a lot of posability in the legs, and the feet actually tilt. That's unheard of in a beast mode, although I suppose when your robot mode is a beast mode, you would kind of prioritize those kinds of things. Otherwise, this figure is big. It has a commanding presence that demands your attention. It takes up a lot of space, and I think it scales very well with the current lineup in Generations and Studio Series. Here's how Commander Lynx scales with Deluxe Class Deep Cover, Voyager Class Sweep, Leader Class Grimlock, and Commander Class Jetfire. Here's how Commander Lynx scales with Takara Encore Lynx. And what is a Lynx without its individual modes? Well, the answer is Combiner Wars. But nonetheless, I think these individual modes are fine. I think the bird legs look like bird legs, shocker. But I think the Lynx really stands out. Maybe that's because it shares a lot of the same articulation with the robot mode, but I think the paint on the head reminds me a lot of the Dinobots from the Studio Series. I think it looks really good, and I think there's a lot of nice molding in the neck. The only thing that bugs me a little bit are those two little tabs that kind of stick out, almost like a collar, I guess. I don't know. I kind of wish they weren't there, but nonetheless, I think these individual modes are fine as they are. Here's how the individual modes of Lynx scales with Deluxe Class Deep Cover, Voyager Class Sweep, Leader Class Grimlock, and Commander Class Jetfire. Here's how the Commander Lynx Bird scales with Takara Encore Lynx's Bird. Here's how Commander Lynx's Lynx scales with Takara Encore Lynx's Lynx. Say that 5 times fast. In his vehicle mode, Lynx is a space shuttle with space shuttle transporter. In his vehicle mode, Lynx looks pretty good. Now, of course, that's not an actual crawler transporter underneath the space shuttle, but you see that little NASA logo on the back? That's right. This is an official NASA-licensed space shuttle. It's designed to look like the official space shuttles launched by NASA. Lynx was even given an official NASA space shuttle name. As you can see near the front of the space shuttle, Lynx is the Magnificence. Yeah, that fits Lynx alright. Otherwise, I think this mode looks pretty good, and it rolls pretty well. Here's how Commander Lynx scales with Deluxe Class Deep Cover, Voyager Class Artfire, and Leader Class Laser Optimus Prime. Here's how Commander Lynx scales with Shattered Glass Commander Class Jetfire. You can detach the shuttle from the crawler by utilizing this front clip. Here's how the Magnificence scales with Takara Encore Lynx. Sorry, no comparison for the transport. And finally, transforming the crawler transporter a little bit results in this, the base mode. And I think it's a neat play feature. I'm not sure that I will ever leave it in this mode, but these ramps do come with airlock ports that work with other figures to help build bases or cities, what have you. I think it's neat. Here's how base mode scales with Deluxe Class Deep Cover, Voyager Class Sweep, Leader Class Grimlock, and Commander Class Jetfire. I hope you've enjoyed this brief look at Commander Class Lynx. If there are any other figures you'd like me to take a look at next, leave a comment down below. And as always, I'm Leo, reminding you that plastic toys don't belong in plastic prisons. See you next time.